Alright, wormwood. So wormwood is a bitter, which means it's good for the bile. It's anti-parasitic, anti-inflammatory. In fact, just upon a quick Google of wormwood benefits, we see all this. So we can see in each website a few different things listed on the screen. So we're going to go through all these articles. Some use different words than others. It's known for its inclusion in absinthe, Crohn's, IBS, etc. So let's look at WebMD first. We have people saying wormwood directly for the skin for osteoarthritis, sexual depression, muscle pain, memory loss, worm infections, and that's the one I want to focus on today. Worm infections, and to put it with black walnut. So I just shot a video on black walnut as well, the leaf. So wormwood can increase sexual desire even as a tonic. So sexual potential as well. Wormwood is used for treating Crohn's disease and kidney disorder called IgA nephropathy. Okay. It contains the chemical thujone, which excites the central nervous system. However, it can also cause seizures and other adverse effects. Other chemicals in wormwood might decrease inflammation. Wormwood's also related to mugwort, which is like an onorgan, a thing to make you have more REM sleep or dream ability. So it's probably something to do with melatonin increasing as well. And in black walnut, we saw melatonin directly spoken about. So if we put wormwood and black walnut or mugwort, if you have mugwort instead of wormwood, you could probably use it, but it's not as effective for deworming. You would change it up to be more of a psychedelic mixture. Okay, so heart rate, urine retention, numbness of arms and legs, paralysis. You've got to be careful because you can get all sorts of things from seizures to difficulty sleeping. Remember how I said it'll affect your sleep as well, so they've mentioned that. Kidney failure if you're allergic to it, or your kidneys can't take it, so look into that. You might not be able to take wormwood. Allergy to rageweed and related plants. Wormwood may cause an allergic reaction in people who are sensitive to Astracea compositae family. Members of these families include rageweed, ragweed, chrysanthemums, marigolds, daisies, and others. So you might be allergic to it, and check out your temperance for thujone. But let's get into it and check it out. So there's some types of wormwood that you can look into. Just on Wikipedia, wormwood. Okay. So there's wormwood there in the picture. Let's have a look at the common wormwood and then the one that goes in absinthe, that drink. So it looks very similar to mugwort, this. One time I had one of these and I smoked and everything, and it gives you like a type of intense or more movement, and that's why they say restlessness can cause like violent sort of seizure movement and stuff, but you can get that on psychedelics as a kind of expulsion and catharsis anyway. It's the pain coming out, in other words, and it's kind of like a good thing. It's hard to tell about an inexperienced person that, but once you become a veteran more, you realize that it's really a good cathartic sort of pain. So there's one that's used in the spirits, and the common one, common mugwort, which is, I'm pretty sure, the one that we're getting for deworming. Yeah, similar species are mugwort, and that's what I mentioned before. So herbaceous perennial. I like the perennials because that means they keep growing beyond 1 year, beyond just flowering and seeding and then dying. Anglo-Saxon word wormwood, meaning mind preserver. Well, if we know about the Watiki worm and ethereal sort of worms that Carl Jung even mentioned, this would be a good one even against that energy, because you see it's sort of sagey like look, that matting energy. It's like a mat. Mats out some abhorrent vibration, you'd say. Linalool and thujone and monoterpenes. Good for the bile intestinal tract. Okay. Hydrochloric acid production is stimulated by wormwood, and it's good at the H. pylori, Helicobacter pylori bacteria killing. It's a common bacteria, and we saw that with black walnut as well, so there you go. And you could put it with thyme and oregano for sure, but for anti-worming I'm saying clove and black walnut in a little macerated mixture like a shot. And we're going to actually see soon a tincture here in a website coming up, or an oil, and the oil goes into tinctures, so it's almost one and the same. It's just a tincture, the alcohol drives it into the cells. It's also alcoholic, meaning it's dissolving. The pure alcohols dissolve things and they're antifungal themselves, and it helps it get to the cells. There's a nutritional breakdown, so it's got 40% RDA of iron. Actually really high iron and vitamin A. I had no idea. Interesting. So there's iron in wormwood. There you go. 11 proven benefits according to naturalfoodseries.com. Cures malaria. Chinese medicine mentioned. Treats SIBO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Most definitely. That's what we're focusing on today. And also nervous system disorders. Used to relieve epileptic episodes, convulsions, because it's got that matting energy I mentioned before. It's like a doona over the nervous system or something, like a blanket. It's been traditionally used as a tonic and to stimulate appetite. Effective insect repellent against dengue and malaria. Antifungal properties and anti-Crohn's disease. Severe diarrhea, fatigue, weight loss, malnutrition can all come from Crohn's disease, so you want to not get that. Can help menstruation, helps eliminate parasites, and that's what we're trying to focus on. And especially if you have like a bloated belly, that will definitely help. Having a kind of shot, a macerated liquid, and it could be just a tincture extract as well. You could do that of black walnut, wormwood, and clove. It's got carotenoids, got the ascorbic acid, vitamin C, and thujone. Okay, let's move on to this one here, organicfacts.net. Some think it's hallucinogenic, but that's more when you have the mugwort version. And it's a very close, sometimes confused plant as well. Antimicrobial, SIBO, cancer cells, appetite, wormwood herb uses. Side effects. We've talked about those. Nausea, vomiting, seizures, vertigo. It's an excessive amount of thujone oil. It can also be because when parasites die, you get those sorts of feelings as well. So but still be careful with it. So here we go, 10 incredible benefits of essential oil. I wanted to get to this article, and it's also from that same website as well. Let's see. Composed of alpha-thujone, beta-thujone, geranol, so same thing as in those other flowers, the geraniums. Geranol, propionate, linolyl acetate, mercerine, sabinine, trans-cybinol, and trans-cybinol acetate. Okay. Acts as a chalagogue. It promotes the discharge of bile and sort of like helps with your bile production and renewal and to stop clogging. Eliminates odor, promotes digestion, acts as an emmenagogue as well. Stimulates menstrual discharges. Microbial infections, effective insecticide, relieves nervous afflictions, acts as a tonic. Keeps the immune system also toned up. Most definitely the effects of this. And that would come from thujone and the iron in there as well. Treat anorexia, insomnia, anemia, a lack of appetite, flatulence, stomach aches, jaundice as well, and other ailments. So there you go, there's a lot of ways it can help. Let's go to this next article by Healthy Hildegard. Let's see if they say anything else. Asteraceae family. Here we go. Thujone is an active organic chemical that acts as an antagonist of the neurotransmitter GABA. GABA controls neuroexcitability in your brain. When thujone limits GABA activity, your receptors in your nervous system become more active. So it makes your receptors more active. Oh, okay. As a result, high doses of wormwood can cause excitability or nervousness and muscle spasms. In fact, toxic doses of the thujone from wormwood in absinthe is part of how absinthe got its reputation for hallucinations. Yeah, I've had that before on very, very drunk nights when I was young, out clubbing and pubbing. And you finish the night with one of these shots and you really get tipped over an edge that not everyone probably wants to go over. Anyway, so acetyltones, tannins, absorbic acid. I like the way they've laid this out. Carotenoids, flavonoids like quercetin, and phenolic acids. And then there's some side effects listed there. You can get disorientation, and it's kind of a purgative list here, right? These are sort of things you experience on hallucinogenics as well. Kind of disconnection from the body as well, and purgative, cathartic. Antipyretic, so it reduces fever, although if you have too much of it, it can cause that kind of symptom. Antimicrobial and antifungal, antiparasitic, yeah. Okay, how to prepare. Okay, this person believes that to balance her spirit, mind and body at the end of the spring or the spring cleanse, she uses wormwood wine. So that's interesting. Preparing wormwood tea, tincture and wine. So you can go to this website and see how she does that. It's good to consume any which way. Capsules, tinctures, extracts. Most definitely. Artemisia tea, it's sometimes called. Can even help with low energy. Just don't take it a whole lot at once. It's more of a tonic, which means you can take it at low doses quite often. And some directions for making a wormwood tincture. Just steep the tea for 15-20 minutes, 1 cup of fresh or dry wormwood. Interesting. Okay. Wormwood spray.